Your program lists our foundation board members, but I would like to take a moment to thank the board members who are present today. Joey Velez, Fran Davis, Pat Lewis, Tim Allen, and a couple that weren't able to be here today, Jonathan Harris and Sylvia James. In addition to the foundation board, the district board of trustees will be introduced by Chancellor and CEO Dr. Julie Manley White later in the program. Pierce College is an exceptional institution. With its state-of-the-art facilities, seasoned faculty, and diverse student body, they had me at hello. On any Pierce College campus, you will find a melting pot of cultures, and this makes for a vibrant community that is inclusive, friendly, and welcoming. The commitment to equity, inclusion, and diversity by removing barriers for students to stay in school is unequaled, and we are so lucky to have Pierce College campuses in our backyard. Thank you so much for supporting our students. Now I'll turn the podium back over to Miriam Barnett, our interim executive director.
Well, thank you, Patty. Let's raise this a little bit and welcome everybody. I'm so happy you're here, that we are together after COVID. If one thing I think we've learned in the last 3 years is how important it is to connect. So thank you for being here to connect with us and our beautiful students who are going to be speaking here in a few minutes. We are here because of you. Without your support, we wouldn't have a scholarship luncheon. We wouldn't have scholarships, and we wouldn't have brilliant students graduating from Pierce College. So thank you so much. I started working here in March of 2022 when then Chancellor Michelle Johnson took me out of retirement, which I had been in for 8 months and failed. And I'm really happy I did fail because it has been remarkable being at Pierce College. Now, let me share that I heard a lot about Pierce College over the years because I met Michelle in 2006 when we were in a leadership program together, the American Leadership Forum Class 13. And she talks about Pierce College all the time. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever. And now I'm here, and now I get it. Because once you're here and you see the difference this institution makes on changing lives, it does enter your soul. And you also become evangelical about Pierce College. So I am so happy that I now get it because I've had this amazing experience. I've been a nonprofit for 38 years, most recently as the CEO of the YWCA, which I loved. But let me tell you, higher education is a different place to be. It's a different place to be. It's so inspirational. And I wanted to share just a few of my reflections from being here the short while that I have. And I want you to know that I'm interim. And that means I will be leaving when I'm replaced. So you can trust that what I'm going to say is completely true because I'm not going after a promotion or anything like that. So the first thing I want to share is that Pierce College is a community. It's a community because it creates a community. It doesn't just happen. It's a conscious decision to be a community. And that means that it's a place that cares about, first, students, always students, but also about faculty and also about staff. And they show that by showing up, and they show that by walking their talk. So when they talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion at Pierce College, they don't just use it as a phrase, right? They make changes to support what's behind it. They change how they do tenure. They change how they have meetings. Like, things have changed as a result. They look to data. They don't just do things on a whim. They're always looking to data. They're data-driven. And when students leave here, they're set up for a living wage job through our vet tech program, our nursing program, emergency management program. The list goes on and on. These students do internships in the community and are often hired right out of Pierce College. I was told by our vet tech staff recently that 100% of the vet tech students, the 2-year program, when they graduate here, they are fully employed. And veterinarians compete for them because they know they are going to get a solid worker if they hire a former Pierce College student, a Pierce College graduate. The other thing I want to mention, where Pierce College walks its talk, is in wellness. They have a focus on wellness here. They care about the whole person, not just the student, not just the staff, but what goes into your daily life, right? So what are some other stressors that maybe you bring with you? Pierce College is aware of that. So they offer a wellness program. They don't just talk about wellness and self-care, they give you time to do it. So let me give you an example. I just got an email recently about some wellness opportunities. One of them is, there's probably people out walking right now because there's a walking opportunity. But get this, they're offering this month for 4 Wednesdays a conversational Spanish class. Now, you think, well, how's that wellness? Well, I'm telling you, I've been studying Spanish on Duolingo for over a year, and the opportunity for me to go and converse and have that practice that I'm not getting on my device does provide for my wellness. I was so happy, I'm still happy from that experience yesterday. So the main thing I actually have learned in my short time here is how community college fits into the college ecosystem, right? Community colleges like Pierce College offer opportunities by offering smaller classes, more supports. They're more nimble, they're more flexible, right? And through your support and through scholarships, we're able to help students stay in school and reach their dreams and their possibilities. And that is so important when we think of the college system as a whole for students who maybe can't afford just to jump into that 4-year college or go to a private college. So it's so important that we have your support because it's critical to our students' success and to their futures. So I want to also point out that on your tables, there's table tents. And they're pretty, but I'm hoping you read them because pass them around. There's 2. Those 2 table tents represent 4 different students, and they're just statements I pulled out of thank you letters they've sent us, recent scholarship recipients. So read them so you're also inspired. I find it very inspiring. And I want to end by sharing a few thoughts from Phil Yates. Now, Phil and Linda Yates have a scholarship, a named scholarship here. They've had it here for many years, and it supports our music education students. And Phil wanted to be here, and he wanted to share his words with you, but he was not able to come due to a medical reason. So I said I would be happy if he wrote down what he wanted to say to read it to you. So in Phil's words, education can assist us all in achieving our maximum potential, and we are all responsible for not only striving to achieve that potential, but to help others reach theirs. Linda and I established a scholarship fund at Pierce College because we strongly believe in its mission. We also feel gratitude that we have had the benefits of a college education supported in part from scholarships. And he ends by saying, Linda and I urge each of you here to annually give at least 1% of your present or future incomes to scholarship programs, ideally ones at Pierce College. So thank you, Phil, and special thanks to them for sharing those words. And then the last thing is, for those of you who can stay at the end of the program today, we are going to go on a tour. It's a beautiful day to tour Pierce College Puyallup campus, and you will see several things. We'll be able to go into the rehearsal hall where the choral students are rehearsing for their June 9th concert, and we'll get to listen for a minute to them sing. That is something that's super special. Not anyone can do that, but because you're special, you get that opportunity. We're going to walk by what will be the new Michelle L. Johnson STEM building, and you'll see that being built. And then we're going to see the nursing program. You'll see the mannequins, which I found very fascinating. They actually scared me. And then on your way, and you might have noticed this coming in, but you'll see some little red dress cutouts with names and dates, and you'll see some red dresses hanging from the beautiful cherry blossom trees. And that is a student project, I believe, I'm right, to bring awareness to the missing Indigenous and endangered women and men in Washington State. These are all Washington State of all the ones I read. And I hope you'll notice them, but I hope you'll also take time to think about what the meaning is behind them and what we can do as a community to change what is happening with our missing Indigenous men and women. So thank you very much again for being here. And I'll meet you just right outside the door where you got your name tag for the tour at 1 o'clock or whenever we end. Maybe it'll be before that. And now I want to introduce my friend, Sarah Irish from Molina Healthcare. Molina Healthcare is our premier sponsor, and I'm so grateful to them because they covered the expenses for this event, because we want every one of your dollars to go to scholarships. So thank you, Sarah and Molina Healthcare.
Hi everyone, thank you so much, Miriam. Gracias, Miriam. And my name is Sarah Irish, and I'm a senior specialist in growth and community engagement at Molina Healthcare of Washington, which has provided government-funded quality healthcare to our neighbors in Washington for over 20 years. Through these locally operated health plans, Molina Healthcare Company provides management care services under the Medicaid and Medicare programs through the state insurance marketplace, serving approximately 5.3 million members as December 31st of 2023 across 19 states. Molina is committed to addressing the needs of individuals in our community and collaborating with valued partners to improve people's health and lives. By working together to support our youth and connect them to services and resources they need, we collectively improve the well-being of our community, and we are grateful for this opportunity to recognize youth in Washington and help them to achieve their educational goals. We are proud to make a difference in the health and well-being of students across the state. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joey Adams, and I am the Fort Steilacoom Student Life Director. And it is first and foremost an honor to be here. I also just want to thank everyone for me personally. My experience here at Pierce has been beyond a positive, enjoying experience. As I stand here, I feel so underdressed, but at the same time proud, because if anybody knows my story here, this is part of my identity and the work that we do specifically for our Black and Brown, to highlight that, hey, as a director, I'm still me. I still am a Black man, and I want our students to see that it doesn't matter whether I show up in a suit and tie or if I show up in a hoodie or hat. I'm still here to work. I'm still here to fulfill the Pierce mission and goals of empowering all of our students. So again, thank you for allowing me to be here. But the main reason I am here is to bring up one of the most exceptional individuals that I have encountered since I've been here at Pierce. This young lady embodies any and everything you could imagine of the definition of a true student leader. Since she came here 2 years ago from Spain as an international student, she not only served as an EDI student ambassador, she still currently serves as an RA to our CGS Scholars House that houses many of our international students and just student housing. But also for this year, she has been serving as our Fort Steilacoom Student Government President. So just to highlight how busy she is, on top of maintaining a 3.9 cumulative GPA. So just exceptional work is what she does. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce y'all up to the FS Student Government President, Yael Henson Anaya.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction, Joey. It's a 3.95. Thank you so much for having me here today. It is really a huge honor. Well, my name is Yaya Anaya. I come from Spain. I grew up in a beautiful small island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea called Mallorca. And when I turned 18, due to unexpectancies of life, I didn't graduate high school with the rest of my class. And back then, I thought that because I missed that opportunity, I was never going to be able to pursue higher education. It was always a dream of mine, but no one in my family ever went to college. And I felt like that was an opportunity that I was not going to have back. So I decided to get a job and work. But then COVID hit. And that was a great opportunity for me because I was able to continue my studies and be ambitious again. And I've had always dreamed of coming to college to the US, not only because of this prestigious university system, because I wanted more. I wanted to grow, I wanted to travel, learn, and live new experiences. So I started doing my research. I really enjoyed doing research. And I started looking at different possibilities for me to come into this country. And as I was doing my research, I learned about community colleges. And as I was looking for best community colleges in the US, of course, Pierce College showed up. And it was just really, it couldn't be compared to any other. How open they were about the mission and the values and being an anti-racist community. I just really saw that the values of this institution really aligned with my personal values, so I couldn't imagine going anywhere else. So I came here and it was the best decision I've ever made. I joined the EDI Cares Department my first quarter here in September 2021. And I learned so much during that process. I also started to become an RA my second quarter here at the Center for Global Scholars, which has been an amazing experience of working and living with people from all over the world. And it is one of my favorite things about Pierce College, how diverse the student body is, but how that is one of our biggest strengths and never something that tears apart. Here, students are never just numbers. They are always people, stories, individuals, and I really admire the dedication of everyone in this institution to make sure that every student is successful. It is really inspiring, and I've met so many incredible people here. I've met staff who always goes above and beyond to make sure that students get what they need. I met inspiring faculty, and I've also learned that it is very comforting to know that the imposter syndrome truly never goes away. People just get better at hiding it, and that makes me feel better. I always want to be an advocate for inequities and a zero tolerance policy against discrimination, and being the student body president of the Fort Steilacoom campus, it truly is an honor to be able to make a change. Having an impact on students' life and helping eliminating barriers and really making a change in the life and path of different students, it's really the best reward I could ever have. Ever since I came here, I've had 2 jobs and I've taken on average 20 credits per quarter. And yeah. 3.95. It's true. It might be because I'm an overachiever, but it's also because I am financially independent, and international tuition is not cheap. And even though it's very rewarding to work hard for what you want and to reach your goals, it can also be really challenging at times, because sometimes I feel like I would like to be like Dr. Michelle Johnson, because she was omnipresent. She was everywhere at all times. And I really wish I had that skill, because sometimes I feel like I cannot make it to all the things that I need to be at, all the places that I need to be at. So it is thanks to the resources at Pierce College, it is thanks to the foundation scholarship that I'm able to stay here and make a change And that is allowing me to be ambitious, to dedicate myself 100% to all the tasks that I do. And I am so thankful that we have these resources for other students who wouldn't be able to pursue higher education if it wasn't for this amazing help that you all provide. So I just want to thank you all for the support and the dedication, and tell you that each and every one of you in this room really make a change in students' lives. You definitely made a change in mine. And it's just really inspiring to be able to share this message and inspire other students and let them know that higher education is always a possibility. And in my opinion, it should always be a right and never a privilege. I just want to let you know that all your efforts will not be in vain, and I really intend to make a change in the world. I intend to major in international relations one day, maybe pursue a master's, maybe a PhD, and I want to be able to make a change in the world and represent minorities and help in those places where help is needed. And I would always know that my path, my passion, and everything that I do started at Pierce College. You made me grow and learn so much, and I will always be so proud to announce that I am a Pierce College graduate, and it would always be in my heart. And thank you so much.
Moments like that is exactly what spaces like these are designed for. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miguel Akira Smith. I go by Aki for short, and I'm the Director of Student Life and Engagement here at the Puyallup campus. Over the last 5.5 years that I've been at Pierce, I've had the privilege of supporting many students in starting these applications for the scholarship. Many have started, some have finished, and those who were selected really earned that opportunity for your investment in their future. And I'm going to be introducing our next student speaker, and I want to tell you a little bit about Sam before he does it for himself. As his supervisor in student government, Sam works as our administrative senator, where he helps us track our budgets. And he provides reports that are detailed and thorough. But what really stands out to me about Sam is his humility, his work ethic, and the way that he strives to push not only himself, but other people around him, and even me, to be excellent. And I hope that you hear that in his story today. And before I close and welcome Sam, I just want to do two things. One is thank each and every one of you for investing in the futures and educational journeys of our students. And then two is to ask you to put your hands together and please give a warm welcome to Mr. Samuel Pena-Rojas.
Thank you, Aki, for that introduction. It's very nice to sometimes just an amazing person. All right. Greetings, everyone. I would like to thank initially Miriam for giving me this opportunity to be able to present as a scholarship recipient and to share my experiences here at Pierce College and the impact that this scholarship has had on my educational journey. My name is Samuel Pena-Rojas, and as Aki mentioned, I work in the Office of Student Life here as the Administrative Senator for the Student Government team, and I'm currently a sophomore at Pierce College. And I am preparing to complete my associate's degree in winter of 2024, and my plan to transfer over to the University of Washington after I complete. So, out of all of the community and technical colleges and universities that were available to select from, I decided to enroll in Pierce College because it has a legacy within my family and the opportunity to continue my education in my home community. My aunt graduated from Pierce College with her 2-year degree in business, and my other aunt recently completed her GED at Pierce College in 2022. Out of all the community, I already read that. The flexibility that Pierce College has on completing degrees or programs and the great experiences my relatives had here at Pierce College is a key factor for making this place my college of choice. Through my role in student government, I've learned that the mission statement of the college, which is to create quality education opportunities for a diverse community of learners to thrive in an evolving world, is something that I can confidently say has been met within myself during my journey at Pierce. The wide range of opportunities that have opened because of my journey at Pierce is something that I will always remember. Being a student here at Pierce is so much more than attending a 2-year institution and transferring to complete a degree. It's about setting milestones within my family and proving what was once seen as impossible as possible. It's about being given a chance and cared for despite from where I come from or how I came to be. As the son of undocumented immigrants, I've grown up watching my parents navigate the system, raising my siblings and I, working tireless nights, living paycheck to paycheck, living in fear, repeating the same cycle. Oh my gosh, I can't even see.
Got it, Sarah.
Just to survive and make it to the next month. Seeing my parents find work after all the restrictions. That were on them reminds me of what I can accomplish and what is left to accomplish with the resources I have. Thanks to the dedication my parents had, thanks to the care my parents had, I thrived despite the barriers that were placed on me, despite the odds, despite the setbacks. My parents are the reminder that the impossible is possible. The reminder is the reason why I'm pursuing a higher education. Pierce College is the door that brings me to these new opportunities, and because of that, I'm able to prove my worth and shine. The Foundation Scholarship continues to support my ability to stay focused in school without needing to have the worries of working tirelessly just to afford to attend college. Thanks to the help of receiving the scholarship funds, I'm able to save part of my paycheck for education-related expenses as I prepare for the future and for my own financial independence. Currently, my education goals at Pierce include completing my DTAs in business in winter of 2024 with 3.9 plus cumulative GPA, with, just for the record, I have a 4.0 GPA. And I Following my associates, I plan to transfer over to the University of Washington, Tacoma to complete my bachelor's in business administration with a concentration in finance, and seek internships in the public sector to aid my community and do my part for the continuation of the support I received. After completing my bachelor's in business administration, I plan to work as a financial analyst, a data analyst, or either working in risk management. I would plan to work in the public sector, preferably in a higher ed institution, to give back what was given to me and build a community around helping others as I'm currently being helped. After collecting some experience in the finance industry, wait, did I already read that? Oh, never mind. After collecting some experience in the finance industry, I plan on returning to the University of Washington to complete my master's in business analytics. My goal is to continue working on the legacies of either Pierce College or the University of Washington, and by supporting my community and strengthening a connection between students, community organizations, and higher education. I don't see myself satisfied with only completing a degree and moving on. I see myself working with my community and volunteering to give those same opportunities I was given back to my community. I want my legacy to be a foundation that sets a path for newer generations to come. Thank you.
So now I have tears. Sam and Yael, thank you for sharing your amazing stories and for letting us know the strengths that you bring to Pierce College. You talked about what we bring you. You have brought us more today than I can even say. And I'm so grateful, and I know we all are. Thank you so much. Let's have another round of applause. You are why we're here, and we are just so proud of you, and we want you both to come back. So there's a place for you always. Before I go on, I want to thank the staff who organized this event. Miriam, Robin, Emmeline, and Marie had a hand in it because she always does. Jim and David and Matt for AV and the photography, and I apologize if I'm leaving anyone out, but thank you all. And I want to start also by introducing our Board of Trustees who are so important to the work that we do. I didn't introduce myself. I was overcome. I'm Julie White. I'm the Chancellor and CEO of Pierce College District. So for those of you I haven't yet met, thank you. And although I've been with the college previously as president at Fort Steilacoom, this is my first scholarship luncheon because COVID. So I'm super excited that we're here, like Miriam. So now, to introduce the Board of Trustees. They are the governing body for the college, and I am so grateful to them for their gifts of time, talent, and treasure, all to support our students. So we have Steve Smith, Board Chair. So you give a wave or a stand. Chris Caswire, Vice Chair. Brett Willis, Trustee. Lisa Boyd, Trustee. And our fifth trustee, Clemencia Castro-Woolery, who's unable to be here, but she, too, is a wonderful servant to Pierce College. So thank you all for your support, guidance, and passion for the Pierce College mission, which our students know. Yes. Okay? How many places do you go where the employees know the mission of the institution, much less the students? I'm going to say it again. To create quality educational opportunities for a diverse community of learners to thrive in an evolving world. We could spend the rest of the time just talking about that mission and what that really means, but that is our work. And Sam, I was proud, and I know I'm also grateful to our Chancellor Emeritus who was here, who was also very proud of you, because that mission is something that is on the top of both of our lips all the time. And I want to thank the foundation board members and all of you who are donors. Your work is critical to our goals to build an anti-racist institution and to support equitable student access and success. As you've just heard from Yael and Sam, and there are so many other students with similar stories, and we're grateful again to you for representing just a piece of those. Thanks to the work of the foundation and our donors, in the last 2 years, we've granted $136,793 in scholarships to 192 students. Yes. We also have a special group of donors that I'd like to thank today, those with named scholarships. And so you've been seeing them scroll on the slides. But we have a brand new scholarship, and it works out great that we get to recognize this new scholarship named the Iris Schwartz Bayaki Scholarship for Caretaking Women Students. Iris was a physicist and electrical engineer, a college professor at Pierce College, a mom of 4 boys. I bet she had a 4.0 GPA too. And a wife of 50 plus years to Orlando R. Bayaki. Orlando is here. Thank you so much, Orlando. And we also have Iris and Orlando's son, Arturo, and grandson, Federico. Thank you for being here. Federico and Arturo traveled from Sacramento just to be here, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for your family. So Iris, like a lot of parents, worked full-time during all her academic life while taking care of her children, who today are successful professionals in the fields of sociology, visual graphics, social work, and journalism. The Bayaki family established a scholarship in her honor for caretaking women studying in the fields of engineering, sciences, and humanities at Pierce College who plan to pursue a 4-year degree. Thank you so much. And I'd like to recognize all of those who've given name scholarships. And if you are here, I'm not sure if I've seen, do we have anybody with a name scholarship here? Okay, all right, so let's applaud for them and thank them for their support. And any foundation event is not complete with the presence of Phil and Linda Yates at the beginning and the end of the program, even if they can't physically be here. So I'm going to reference Phil. Phil and Linda are strong supporters of our foundation and of our students. You'll often see them at concerts and plays and all kinds of events. It's wonderful. And Phil sent along this quote from a writer named A.J. Giuliano, who said, "Our job is not to prepare students for something. Our job is to prepare students for anything." Thanks to your generous gifts, we are able to support students so they can indeed make their way into the greater world prepared for anything that comes their way. So thank you for allowing us to celebrate you today. We will have a tour in a little bit. I'm looking at Miriam. There's Miriam. I don't know if everybody's finished dinner, lunch, or what your timing is. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay.
All right. It's always just better to turn over to the professional. Thank you.
Well, because every speaker was so amazing, we still have time, which is a beautiful thing because we also have amazing little mini bundt cakes. And I want you to help us eat them. We have even more than you see, and I'm saying that so you know it will not be selfish. Take 3, 4, they're little. And I want to tell you they're from Nothing Bundt Cake, which is a business that supports our golf tournament by providing bigger than that bundt cakes for every golfer. So I hope you'll join us on August 17th for our golf scramble, which raises money for scholarships. But please take some time, enjoy each other's company. Now that we're back in community, let's celebrate that by eating bundt cakes. Okay? And then we'll start the tour just a little before 1. We'll start walking.